Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest internet radio station on the planet.
Even the other radio stations are tuning in.
Your choice, your music. UChoiceRadio.com. We would like to remind all of our listeners that the opinions expressed by the host, DJs, and guests do not necessarily reflect those of UChoice Radio. It's not our intention to label, discriminate, make hate, or annoy anyone. Please keep in mind that this is only entertainment and is intended for listeners with a sense of humor. Thank you.
Your music, your choice, UChoice Radio.
Hey guys, thank you for joining me, Tookie Black, in a Neon Blonde experience. Today we're going to talk about some situations that I get into, y'all. I swear, I don't be starting trouble. I promise I don't. I be chilling. But the craziest things be happening to me, and I swear, I don't even provoke it. So, I hope you guys had a good weekend and enjoyed your week. Mine was very eventful. Well, Wednesday I went to Rock the Mic with DJ Pest. You know, I performed. I don't know if you guys aren't doing anything on Wednesday nights, but we're at Toso's. And, you know, I be performing sometimes. You may catch me, Tookie Black, on the stage. There was also a lot of dope other artists there that I want to shout out. Shout out to all the artists that performed there. And, yeah, so that was cool for Wednesday night. I didn't go out Thursday because I had a flight to catch. Friday morning, I was going to New York for my friend's funeral, Zenobia Washington, Queen of Brooklyn, rest in peace. I flew into JFK for her funeral, but listen, y'all, oh my gosh. So, okay, y'all tell me if I'm overreacting, right? Okay, so I tried to check in for my flight online, and it wouldn't allow me to. So, okay, mind you, I didn't do it until the day of the flight. That's my fault, we'll say. Now, mind you, I bought this ticket about a week prior. I used the credit that I had from American Airlines to help purchase a ticket, and like my difference was just like $90 by the time we got finished. So I get to the airport and I could not check in. I had to go to customer service. I wait online for customer service. Mind you, while I'm online waiting for customer service, this black woman comes up behind me, and she was a bit frazzled and distraught because she was missing her flight or something she was missing. I really wasn't interested. I'm worrying about myself at this point, right? But of course, she wants to relay her struggles onto me. I don't know why people want to give me their troubles and their problems, but they like to give me their fucking problems. So I allowed her to give me her problem, right? And to make her feel comfortable about the situation, I offered some of my problems to her. Homegirl said she didn't want to hear my problems. She said she can't hear them. And then started singing church hymns. When we all get to heaven. No, that's one of my favorite songs, so I join in. So now this woman got me on the line at the airport singing church hymns, right? But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not Christian. So, but I patronize a Christian. I respect everyone's beliefs. So, you singing for the Lord, I'm with you on that. So now I get called up to the desk, and the guy asked me for my ID. I gave him my ID. I asked him, did he need my confirmation number? He said, no, he had all my info. I said, okay, great. And then he proceeds to say, it'll be $149. So at that point, I'm very confused because for what? I paid for this flight already. Homeboy, mind you, he was a young gay white man, and he was speaking, AAVE on me with his hands in my face. No, you didn't, and it's $149, so you need to pay. Hurry up and pay, or you're gonna miss your flight. While pointing in my face, y'all, and I'm like, excuse me? I'm confused. I thought I paid for this. Well, you didn't, and hurry up. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll deal with that part later. I gave him my card, and so I'm looking on my phone, because I get alerts every time I spend money, so I'm looking for that, payment. So I asked him, can you give me the date that I reserved this? Do you see that there? He's like, no, and you need to... Like, he was so disrespectful, y'all, and so short. I don't know who he was talking to, that I had to ask him, hey, yo, why is you talking to me like this, yo? What's going on? Am I being punked? Like, I'm looking over my shoulder. So I guess that made the black woman think I needed her help. So she comes up, all right, just, walk away, da-da-da-da, just leave it alone, da-da-da. No, ma'am, I'm not going to do that. So she's steady trying to make me punk out. And that ain't nothing I know how to do. So, I say, ma'am, I know you trying to help, but you're not helping. I'm going to need you to, mind your business. That she nearly missed her turn in line. She hurry up to get her turn in line. And this guy, he's steady pointing a pen in my face. And it was going down. And I'm like, yo, I'm done talking. Go get your supervisor. He's like, no. I'm going to get the police. I'm going to call the police, and I canceled your flight. And I'm like, excuse me? Yo, go get your supervisor, me. So he go get the supervisor, and then this woman over here is steady, like, talking shit about me. Talking about I'm embarrassing. I had to diss, because I'm like, yo, sis. Like, not even sis. But that's our problem right now. Instead of you coming over to help me, you took up for this white man. She's like, yeah, well, you an embarrassment. I said, well, your sweater is an embarrassment. Mind your fucking business. So now, the guy comes with his supervisor, another black woman. And she's like, well, what happened? And I'm telling her what happened, and I'm a little hyped, And she's like, well, you ain't got to yell. I'm like, you know what, you're right. He got me hyped. I don't have to yell. However, I asked him to give me the date that I reserved it, and he told me no. And then he started yelling, talk about, I told you November such and such. And I'm like, oh, you just gonna lie? He's like, I don't have to lie. They know me for 17 years. That's exactly why you're lying, because they know you. And I'm done talking to you. I asked for your supervisor for a reason. So now the supervisor take me to the side, and I explained to her what happened. And then now she's trying to understand, well, why did you not get charged, or why did you get charged twice? So this isn't adding up. And I'm like, exactly. This is why I went to customer service to get these questions answered. So she pulls me over and she said, I usually would side with the agent, but the way he was acting, I could tell he was, being extra, but that's just Brandon. Brandon is like that, and that's just Brandon. I must apologize for Brandon. I'm going to go ahead and put you on a 1 o'clock flight, and you'll make it to New York at 8:30. Ma'am, I told you I was going to a funeral. So because his name is Brandon, I get to miss my friend's funeral, huh? Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Brandon, at American Airlines. Because not only, but thankfully, I'm going to be honest, y'all, I didn't miss her funeral. But what if her funeral was that day at 6 o'clock and I booked my flight to get there at 4:30 to make it to her funeral at 6? Brandon would have made me miss her funeral. 1. 2. Then I called my rental car, right? I said, hey, my flight's been delayed. I'm going to be there after 8. She said, that's fine. You have up to 6 hours to pick it up. Great. I get on my flight, guys. Guess where they had me sitting? the last row, right by the bathroom. Now, mind you, my seat was in the middle, but this lady was sitting in the middle. I thought she was sitting by her man, but come to find out it wasn't. I should have slapped the shit out of her. But, so I'm just trying to get some rest because my flight was at 9. You understand? So I've been at the airport. You know, I ended up on the corner with the crackheads because I needed a shot and a blunt before I got on this next flight because I was so pissed off. So I'm on the corner with the crackheads on 24th Street, chilling until... Anyway. So I get on this flight, y'all. I try to rest my eyes. Everybody want to go to the bathroom, and this is the only place the bathroom is at, and they want to keep bumping me every time they go to the bathroom. Then this bitch want to come out with the cart. Then they want to keep bumping me. Yo, if I ain't never had an anxiety attack before, I had one on that flight. That I had to stand up and make an announcement. I told them, hey, yo, when y'all come past me, maneuver your bodies so y'all don't touch me. And if you touch me, say excuse me. If y'all don't feel yourselves touching people, y'all touch. Now, now I'm sounding crazy. But I had to chill because I didn't want to be on a no-fly zone, right? No-fly list. So, okay, I land now. Beautiful. It was a bumpy landing at that American airline. I land now. They tell me call this number when I land. I call a number. It's a automated, recording telling you, how to meet up with the van to get the rental car. So I did that. I listened to the recording, and then I sat down in the area to wait for the rental car. But I noticed I'm waiting there a long time, so I said, let me call the number again. I called the number again and listened to the prompts so I could get a representative. I get a representative on the phone, and he tells me, oh, we have no more cars. We're done. No more cars. We're actually closing. Unfortunately, this stupid mother. All he kept saying was unfortunate. I said, listen, your unfortunately's are not helping me right now, sir. What do you mean? I spoke to your corporate office earlier. They said I had up to 8 hours. Oh, that's not true. It's 2 hours. What? Anyway, we don't have no cars and we're closed down. So what I'm supposed to do? I'm out here at JFK Airport with no car. Oh, word? So I called the office that I called earlier. And they put me on hold. And then they hung up on me. This is Fox rental car. Okay. Fox. Then I called the office back, and the other guy's like, yeah, we closed. We called everybody back and told them they had a 2-hour window. I said, well, I didn't get a call. Maybe because I was in the sky. So I said, you know what? I don't have time to sit here and cry about it. I got on Priceline, and I found the car at Budget. And I looked up, and I'm sitting right in front of Budget, y'all. Boom. Budget was awesome. It was a little more expensive. But, I'm in a car. Now, I got to meet up with my peoples where I'm supposed to be staying, right? They're not answering. They done fell asleep. So now I'm just, outside. But thank God it was my people's birthday. So they had a little get together at their house. So I went there, ate, party, drank, smoked, chilled, pissed, and kept trying my friend's phone. And finally they answered. But thanks, Brandon. Brandon from American Airlines and Sky Harbor Airport. You fucking suck. So bad. So bad. Your attitude, because you had an attitude for no reason. Guys, it makes me, think because, like I said, he was a gay white man. And we all know gay white men tend to act like black women. And it just felt like, you know, and I've noticed this when I encountered that, it's either they get too comfortable with me, thinking we cool like that, and forget their professionalism, or they want to have a battle of the black girl with me. Not understanding I'm a grown fucking woman, okay? With 3 children, 2 adult children, 1 13 teenager, and 2 grandkids. You're gonna respect me. I know I look great. Thanks. I know. However, pipe down. You understand? And he was so excited to have a read off or something with a black woman. Like, this man had his hands in my face like we had beef in 3rd grade. Like, I felt like I was back on the schoolyard. Like, I couldn't believe what I went through fucking with Brandon from American Airlines at Phoenix Sky Harbor. You fucking suck, dude. And you guys need to know that. But other than that, guys, you know, the funeral, the funeral was touching. I didn't really get any closure still, guys. It just felt so surreal that my homie is dead, you know? And, you know, she looked cute. She had on pink fatigue. Her son had on black and white fatigue. I don't know what happened with her, but I know I'm upset about it. You know, I know she was very eccentric. She was very, you know, out there, outspoken. I know that she was, you know, also outspoken about her drug use and stuff like that. And I know for sure she wasn't no weak bitch. So any stories about her jumping off a building and suicide, I don't believe that. You know, I've heard something about drugs, and I'm not sure on that at all. I don't know anything about it. But I just want to say this for my audience. You know, that motherfucking fentanyl is taking motherfuckers out. For real. For real. They putting it in the coke. They putting it in the pills. Shit. Somebody I know uptown died from it in the fucking weed. You know? So be careful out here because, y'all, that funeral was the saddest thing ever when her son, her baby, and I think he may be a little autistic, but her baby was dancing for her in front of her casket, y'all. That was the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life because I know she was around me and my kids when they grew up, you know, and we watch our kids dance for us and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And to be there with her son dancing for her and she in a casket, yo, we as mothers, we as parents, yo, we gotta take better care of ourselves to be here for our children. We gotta make better decisions in life. All that glitter and gold. Some things may be too good to be true. It's not all about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to really be aware of what we're doing to these children out here, man. Like, our kids are going through so much. And all we can do is try to make it easier and better for them. And by making better decisions for ourselves and for them. So I just want to say that on that note. So then as I'm leaving the funeral, it just starts pouring down, raining on me. Hard. So hard that I couldn't even drive off. Then I said, oh, she don't want me to leave yet. So I stayed there, you know. Now, my friend came with me for support. I'ma just say this, y'all. Never take a cancer to a funeral. This bitch was in there crying more than me. Bitch, you knew her? What are you crying for? But she's a cancer. She don't need a reason to cry. That bitch just gonna start crying. And she did. That I had to stop crying so we didn't look weird. Because nobody was really crying. You know? I just, I ain't gonna lie. I was a little mad because we was too fucking happy up in there. I don't mean to sound that way, but they talk about she resting in peace and she's at peace. I don't think so. Like, I be feeling this girl's spirit with me, like that something wasn't right, So I don't believe she's resting in peace, and I need to hear some boo-hoos in this motherfucker. So me and my peoples, we represented and showed that, she's it's a loss. Now, don't get me wrong, her cousin, she's saying I'm going down. She killed that, yo, and the house was crying for that, so. But I know my family, I ain't gonna lie, my family funerals be fun, too. I ain't gonna lie. Like, we be having fun telling jokes and shit, to brighten, but I think I'm just angry. And I just didn't feel that. But like I said, when I left, it poured down rain and it let me know she was, don't that mean that the heaven opened up for somebody when they die, when it rained like that? So I'm going to believe that. And then I had to even ask it to stop raining so I could get going. And it did. It stopped raining. So that was dope, but that was that experience with that. Then I needed to eat, y'all, so I took my black ass to Petey's. Oh, now let me tell you about Petey's. Petey's is in Harlem. It's 2 locations, one on 3rd Ave, but I go to the one on 125th between 5th and Madison or Park and Madison. And y'all, these steaks are to die for. I get the Big Daddy, medium well, more well than medium, right? Ooh, with the baked potato, with their little gravy, they sauce they put in it. Then I go ahead and get me some chopped onions, right? They make the grilled onions on top of the steak. And it come with either a salad or a coleslaw. And it's reasonably priced, but it's so tender. Like, that meat is so fucking good, y'all. Thinking about it right now, I want some Petey's. But and I got a quarter of the carb and a cheesecake with it. And I get a half and half of lemonade and fruit punch. I believe it's all Kool-Aid, y'all, but I don't give a fuck. I love Kool-Aid. I even wrote a song about it, like, here you go. I love Kool-Aid. I love Kool-Aid. You think they'll give me a check for that? Anywho, but yes, yo, we bust that food down. Like, all you heard was a smacking. But Petey's in Harlem, definitely for the win. I was nervous going to New York because I didn't have my vaccine card, but, I seemed to be all right. I didn't get, trampled on for not having it, so that's good. Also, I got another exciting opportunity while in New York. So they're coming up with a reality show called Borough Wives, which is, highlighting the women, the borough wives in New York City doing their thing. And it's kind of going to be like a comedy, like a spoof, a spin-off of the, Atlanta Housewives and stuff like that. But it's the Borough Wives, and I was recently cast to be a member of the Borough Wives, the Harlem edition. So I'm excited about that. I can't wait to see how that turns out. And y'all definitely keep your eye out for that. So back in Arizona, DJ Pest is giving away $100 again at the Rock the Mic. Let's see who pull up. But I know one thing, it better not be packed like that for that $100. But, when we just be up in there doing it for the culture, y'all don't be pulling up to do it for the culture. That's kind of whack. You know what I'm saying? Like, the culture, we still here, But I would love to see you all there Wednesday, because he is giving away $100 for the best performance. I also want to shout out Cheddar the Truth. Cheddar the Truth did a Queen Cypher this week, again, actually, Saturday, and I heard he had hors d'oeuvres and wine, and it was a beautiful event for the ladies. So I want to go ahead and shout out Cheddar the Truth and his wife that be holding it down with him for always putting it on in the city, and especially for the females of hip-hop. We appreciate you, Cheddar the Truth. They also got this, what is it that was, Flex Fest? The Flex Fest. That's supposed to be coming up. I guess they're supposed to be boxing and shit. I mean, I've been hearing about it. I hear it's on, I hear it's off. I haven't got a definite yet. However, that sounds like something fun to do. Put the guns down and put the gloves up. I'm so about the positive. So you guys do your thing on that. I heard Concrete Records Platinum supposed to be fighting. I'm not sure with who else, but I'm excited. They got them battles going on. Scrooge Boy supposed to be battling and stuff like that. Let's see what Scrooge got going on. Scrooge Boy going to be battling on let's see, I got it in here. But yeah, that should be dope. I mean, Scrooge Boy is a dope lyricist. So I think in a battle, he kind of is gonna kill that, because his motherfucking he's so versatile with it. You know what I'm saying? That he you never know what he might say out his mouth, especially in a battle. So he's supposed to be battling Tyreek at Michonne Madness, Volume 3, November 18th, from 7 to 10. That's going to be at 130 East Washington Street. Scrooge Boy battling Tyreek. And so that should be good. So I'm excited. I may pull up to those, see what's going on. And, I just want to thank you guys again for, hanging out with me and hearing about my week and stuff like that. And you guys, like I said, check out my Neon Blonde Experience page. Hit my messenger and, holler at me. What y'all want to, tell me what y'all be on. The fuck be going on and what y'all want to talk about. I'm trying to open up some lines or communication, but for right now, we could talk through Messenger. And if you guys need some advice on something and you want to be anonymous, hit me up. I'm with that shit. I'll give you raw advice, though. Know that. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I'm going to give you real fucking advice. But hit my messenger and, if you want to be anonymous, say that. I have no question, no problem with that. And let's start getting these confessions going. And let's get these topics popping. And hit me up, Neon Blonde Experience, NeonBlondeXperience, or just hit me up, Tookie Black, TOOKIE BLAQUE. I want to shout out DJ Pest and UChoice Radio for having me. Y'all have a blessed night, and y'all be good. See y'all next week. 1, I love you. And remember, I put the I on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest internet radio station on the planet.
Even the other radio stations are tuning in.
Your choice, your music. UChoiceRadio.com.